Any grandparents, could you?
Oh, I didn't know, I never met the grandparent on the Alston side. Even though Monica has pictures that I brought of Grandma Alston and a bunch at her house that I've got in the book, but I'm going to be taking it home with me tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, is it over here? Okay, it's over here. And if you want to see Grandma Alston and a bunch of that, she's over there in the book, and you can also see my mother and dad, and you will also see some pictures of our family pictures where all of us, when we were younger, is in there. But if you want to really see some good history of that, just look over there into that. Now, our other grandparents on the Stevens side, which wouldn't have that much meaning, except for the fact that our grandfather on the Stevens side had a wooden leg, and when they'd come down there to Texas to see us, and I always will remember him because he would get up in the tree, he'd go swimming with us, and he'd get up in the tree, and he'd dive get three or four times to get up in the pecan tree. And I thought that was the most wonderful thing I had ever seen in my life, see him stumbling out. I never seen anybody dive like that before.
She talked about a wooden leg. Now, he had a wooden leg, homemade, and they made it, and it had straps come up on each side of his leg, and then it strapped around here and everything. And he walked on that thing, but yeah, I remember that very well, and I got a big pleasure out of that too, him coming out there and taking that old leg off and doing monkey shines in the trees for us and so on. I don't remember my dad's family too much. The first memory I guess I have of my entire life was I was born in Carlsbad, New Mexico, and anyway we moved to this place she was talking about down on the farm in Texas. And my grandmother Alston was in the hospital in Lubbock, and we stopped by there to see her, and she passed away, and that's whenever they divided the land up then, all of them, and so on. But I don't remember anything about my dad's parents at all.
We might add that each one of them got 160 acres. So our farm was 160 acres.
175.
I said it was 160, or she said 175. Take your choice.
You didn't make it sound like I did.
No, I was on the other end of the hoeing it all while you was riding.
You know, we had a grass on the farm called Johnson grass. And my dad's one of these guys that he wanted his land clean. And that old Johnson grass would grow roots way down into the ground. Then they'd have runners run out across there, and we had to dig all of that stuff up and follow that runner, and we got to the end of it. But we cleaned that Johnson grass. That was the only one we got something that didn't even Johnson grass. But we over a period of time, we got every one of those roots out of that ground. And we had our land, we had some bottom land, they called it. That was down close to the creek where it was plain old black gumbo, mud type land, but that was real rich in racing stuff and everything. And that's where we did most of our farming. Back on the east field, we did that thing. But anyway, later on, when she was talking about them putting the dam in the creek, Aaron and Daddy did that, and they dammed it up, and it was backwater way up that creek and everything. And then he got a big 6-inch pump and everything, would pump the water out of that and irrigate the deal. And we irrigated about, I guess, about 30 acres, and we raised okra and squash and tomatoes and everything. And that's what she's talking about. We'd take those into town and peddle it. But the people in town found out about that, and they'd drive this 12 miles out of town. Some of those people drive about 12 miles to get to know they're getting fresh stuff. That'd give me a job. I got to sit down on the creek and wait for somebody to come by over and buy vegetables and everything. But anyway, like she was talking, before we got the vegetables and everything, she and I would go in with Daddy on the wagon hauling fur chickens, live chickens, would put them in a coop and everything, go in there, and she would take one side, I think. So she's younger than I am, but she's always been the smart aleck. She always get over without selling me, you know, just come up with more sales on her side of the street, I did on mine. But anyway, we didn't get a screenshot of it, so it didn't make any difference.
Why don't y'all ask us a question?